But lo and behold, yesterday evening, I was sitting around and I thought I would check through LKQ's inventory. And what do you know, there was a 92 Volvo 960 wagon in there in the junkyard at LKQ, obviously. And that's the first 960 or 760. Those are, you know, you got 740 and 940, which is basically the same car, and you got 760 and 960 are essentially the same car. So that's the first 60 series that I have ever seen since I've had this car in the junkyard. So you know what I did? I jumped right in the car today and zoomed over there to see what parts I could snag. And I'm sorry for the wind noise. I tried to hold my hand over the thing here, but we've had a beautiful day today. It's up in the lower 60s, and you can definitely tell spring is coming, and I can't wait for it to get here soon enough. I hate winter. So anyway, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to step over to the hatch here, and I'm going to open it up, and we're going to take a gander at first before I drag it all out and show you what I've got specifically. We're going to take a look in here, and that's something I like seeing, is a hatch full of parts. So let me get all this pulled out and arranged over here, and we'll do a little show and tell, as Musty One calls it, and we'll see what we got in there. So see you in a second. Okay then, first up, you saw that bumper cover in there, I presume. And yeah, what this is this is the correct bumper cover for this car. It's a little bit different from the other 740 version. It fastens differently. It's got a set of these, it takes these little plastic rivets that go on the top and that kind of deal. And it's kind of specific to a 760, a facelifted 760 and a 960. So I got that. I got the trim that goes across the top of it, stainless trim, and I mangled my hand up getting that off there. So let me show you why I picked that up. It's because when I got this car, you may remember that the bumper cover that was on it wasn't on it. It was off of it. It was separate. And when I got looking at it, turned out that it had gotten damaged. A piece was broken out of it, and stuff it just got torn off essentially. And she said she tapped somebody in traffic and it flew off into the middle of the street. Which don't know if I believe that or not, but because that other one was not easy to get off there. What's that noise? So anyway, in the interim, in the interest of having a bumper cover, actually, I went to the junkyard and picked up another one, and in my haste, in my excitement to get the cover off, I did not pay attention to the fact that the bumper cover that I selected, that one, was off of a early, well, I say early, it was late enough to have those composite headlights, but it was off a 740 and not a 760. So 760 front end is different up here where the lights are. That part of it's different, so consequently the bumper's different. So I got this thing home and I made it fit. I kind of rigged it on here, but it's not the right one, and plus those are all black plastic, gray plastic, and despite my best efforts, they just refused to hold any paint. So I got the right one now, and so I'm going to do this over and do a better job of it, hopefully, get that 740 cover off there and get the right one on it. And you've seen here, hopefully, got a glimpse there, that I got a couple headlight assemblies, and you can see that these, I know the sun's kind of shining on them, but these are much better shape than the ones that are on there, because my driving lights are faded and getting dull, and the headlights are all right. The problem with them is that the adjusters are frozen up on them. This thing has these have a kind of it's convenient, but it's sort of a strange way of it. You can just adjust it, turn the knob up here, and it's got like a little gearbox in here, and it runs up and down on these adjusting bolts to adjust the headlights and the fog lights. So the problem is that one of those is, I think one of those backings right there is broke on that side. Seemed like when I was messing with it, I noticed that, yep, see there how the headlights moving in and out. So, and now I can't pull it out. Yeah, so anyway, that's no good. That's no bueno. So we're just gonna replace this whole thing. Now, one of these has a crack on the bottom of it, but that's glass. That's glass, so I'm not gonna worry about that right now. If I had to buy those new, it'd be a lot worse damage than what I had to pay for those. So that's cool. And the next thing that I picked up was I had been looking for one of these, and sure enough, I finally found it on that same car over there. This is a Volvo receiver hitch specifically for a 700 series car, and wasn't hard to get off. Just had 8 bolts, 4 on that side, 4 on the other. It slips right off, and it's in decent shape. This is weird to me. I don't, right off the bat, I don't know which. I tell you, if I ever move to a place that's quiet and silent, I don't know what I'm going to do with myself. I probably have to call some strangers and ask them to come drive by in front of my house constantly to make me feel familiar. Not. But anyway, this opening, this is not a standard opening, so I'm going to have to familiarize myself with how to use that. And that's just probably a class 2. It's only for like 3,000 pounds. But that'd be good, you know, if I want to pull like a little trailer or something. That'll work just fine for that. So I wanted one of those. And anyway, the main thing too is that I'm a real big fan of buying parts from the junkyard to improve something, like if there's factory accessories. I'm all for buying them and putting them on my car. So continuing along with that theme, check these out. These are a set of these factory equipment. Well, they're probably sold through the dealer. I don't think they came factory, but I guess you could say these are accessory mats, is what I would call them. And they're contoured to fit the floor of a 740, 760, 940, 960. S9, B9. There's 2 fronts, that's the driver's side, that's the passenger side, and the 2 rears. Of course, they're slightly different, as you can see, so one's right and one's left. And they're gray, and the interior of the car is red, but will I ever find a set of red ones? No. So, gray it is. And I got a set of rear mud flaps. These they're in decent shape. They're not broken. They are Volvo flaps, and that car didn't come with them. And looks like I'm gonna have to do a little bit of working around to get those on there, but we're gonna put them on, clean them up, put them on. And I would have got the front ones, but those kind people over at LKQ put those wheels, you know, they weld together those wheels to make the stands the car sits on, and they put them right on the damn mud flaps up front and broke them, so that's out. Anyway, no complaints really, because I was lucky to find all this stuff, very lucky. So that's what we got going. I'm just gonna start, I'm on vacation this week, so I'm gonna just spend my week, I guess, good Lord willing, doing what I do on vacation when I don't have a trip planned, which is eat, sleep, work on cars. That's about it. So I've ate and slept already today, so I'm going to go ahead and work on cars now. So I'm going to clean these mats up, clean this up, sand it down, paint it. And oh yeah, I forgot something. Coup de grace here. You know what coup de grace means? It means the topping on the icing on the cake. I found a tail light on that car. I cannot believe that I found a good aftermarket tail light on that wagon. I thought they'd both be broken or gone, but I found that one, so that will definitely go on there. I'll still buy a new aftermarket one to put on the right side over here to match that one, because that one that one makes that one look good, but now that one is going to make that one look even better, and that's going to look like crap. So anyhow, so that's our obsolete parts tour for today, guys, and I hope you enjoy the little show and tell. And so we'll get some of this stuff going, and I've kind of went back and forth with this car about, do I want to keep it, do I want to sell it? And I think for right now, I think I'm just going to hang on to it, because I do like this car. Sorry for the wind again. I do like this car, and it's fun to drive. It's more fun to drive than the Fendi. And the Fendi is a great road car, but it's not, you know, it's not quite as fun to drive around town and things like that. So I really do like this car. So I think I'm going to just continue for the short-term future. I'm just going to continue to improve it and fix it up, and then if somebody wants to give me a fair price for it, I'll sell it. If not, we'll just keep on driving. So that's the plan. Oh, and I think one thing I'm going to do a little bit later on is I'm going to put the side marker kit in here. I think IPD sells the kit to do it, so I don't believe in this country that's where the side markers would go. But in this country, of course, I say side markers, those are the repeaters for the turn signal. And in Europe, you're supposed to have those. I think they're mandated by law, but here in this country, they're not. So, you know, European lighting standards are so much further ahead, or at least used to be so much further ahead than American. You know, it's just ridiculous, because they wouldn't even allow them to sell cars with composite headlights on them until model year 1986 here, and they've been used in Europe for ages. This country just got such bureaucratic nonsense. It's unbelievable. And so I'll do all this headlight stuff with the bumper cover off, because it's so much easier to get all that out with that, because you get better access. So let me quit mumbling, rambling, and get on with it. So appreciate you watching. Hope you found what you're looking for in this video, and thanks, as Robert says, so much for watching. Have a good one.